morning, Mike here, baseball collector. It's Wednesday and it's Halloween. Woo! And there are some contests going on, giveaways, whatever you want to call them. And I try to do these in clumps when I can because I want to support the guys that are doing them. But there's just so many, it seems like all the time there's contest responses. And so I thought I would just go over a couple of them. There's three that I want to respond to. The first one is for Hidden Gem, and his ends today. So he wanted to know 5 cards in your collection that make you smile or that make you happy. And I had an impossible time coming up with that because I have so many, and I don't mean that in a bragging way. I just have a lot of things that make me happy, and so I enjoy this hobby a lot. And so I couldn't pick 5 cards, just 5 cards that make me happy. But he's doing his contest for 200 subscribers, so congratulations. Hidden Gem is his channel name. I'll put it below and a link down below. You can go check him out. Really nice channel. He's over 200 subs now. And then the second one that I want to talk about right here is Collecting America's Pastime, and that's Kyle. He did a 76 subscriber contest. You have to go watch the video. It's pretty cool why he's doing it. He's patriotic. He loves America, as we all do, I think. And so that's what his contest is for. His channel, he just started it a couple of weeks ago. He's already rolling pretty well. Great vintage stuff on his channel. And he is doing a contest asking us for our card that best describes us outside of the hobby. And as a financial planner, I couldn't find, a card of a guy, investing in stocks and stuff. So I don't have a card. I couldn't find a card that fit what you were asking for. I mean, the hobby is the hobby. And so for me, I'm defined outside of it by my work and my faith and my family and my golf game. And so there you go. That's I don't have a card to show you either, but I want everybody to go check you out if they want to participate in your contest. I encourage you guys to do that, but it's Collecting America's Pastime, 76 subs. And the third one is for Blue Ink, and Blue Ink is BLU Ink. I'll put it down below. Blue Ink, great channel for him. He's celebrating 100 subscribers, and he has a contest that I can actually accomplish and participate in per the rules of that contest, and that's to go ahead and give your 2019 Hall of Fame ballot. Right up my alley. Obviously, I'm a big Hall of Fame guy, and I'm a pretty staunch advocate for the Hall of Fame and what I think. I'm pretty opinionated on the balloting process, and so I have 10 people that I have voted for on the 2019 ballot that I think should be in the Hall of Fame. So hang on one second and I'll show you what I got for him. Hang on. All right, so again, Blue Ink wanted to know what our 2019 Hall of Fame ballot is, and we're 3 months away from that being announced, essentially, and I think it's a great time to start talking about it. So for me, if you've watched my channel for a long time, you'll know this, but for those of you that are newer to my channel, I am not a PED hater. I am a believer that you vote for a player based on the era he lived in and played in, and whatever era that was, you look at it within that context, and you judge a player by what they did on the field. If the player knowingly, unknowingly didn't take steroids, to me, you cannot know who did and who didn't. You cannot tell me that Derek Jeter did not ever take steroids. I don't think that he did, and there's no evidence that he did, but since you cannot prove that a player did or did not, therefore you have to look at them all the same. Like, you assume everyone did steroids. And if you assume that, then you look at them in their own little bubble of era and who was the best players in that era. Did Griffey Jr. use steroids? No, probably not. But I don't know that he didn't. Frank Thomas, Mike Piazza, Ivan Rodriguez, some of those guys, yes. Some of them maybe no, that you say. Bagwell. But we've started letting them in, so now it should be they are all in. And with that being said, My first inductee is the best player I've ever seen play since I've been alive. Is Barry Bonds. He is a no doubt Hall of Fame. Are you kidding me? It's Barry frickin' Bonds. And so there's an autograph. I'm going to use autographs to show off my people that I think should be in. Barry Bonds, of course, should be a Hall of Famer. My second choice, then, if Barry Bonds is in, then Roger Clemens should be in. He's the greatest pitcher I've ever seen play. That includes Nolan Ryan. Roger Clemens was dominant. I know this autograph came back in N4 from, but I don't have another one that was easily where I could just grab it. So I'm using this one just to show it off. Came back not authentic, by the way. So questionable authenticity. But Roger Clemens, 7-time Cy Young winner. Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. Next up are some of the guys that have been on a little while on the ballot. For me, Mike Mussina is a Hall of Famer based on, I think pitching standards need to be changed. You know, 300 wins, 3,000 strikeouts, all these numbers and metrics that we used in the past need to be adjusted, as do numbers for offensive players need to be adjusted. You need to think, you know, is 500 home runs still that big a deal? Well, maybe not. Maybe 600 is the new 500. And so the same with pitchers. And I remember watching Mussina pitch, and his rookie card was the year I graduated high school. So my adult life was spent watching Mike Mussina pitch, and I remember thinking how good he was and just solid he was as a pitcher. So Hall of Famer for me. That goes true. That rings true also for Curt Schilling, who not only had a really great regular season record, but no matter where he went, whether it was Arizona or Boston, he did amazing things in the playoffs, and I think really cemented his place in baseball history. Again, I don't care if he's a horse's ass off the field. That is irrelevant in my decision on whether or not he's a Hall of Famer. It's a Hall of Fame player, and that's what we're measuring. That's what we're, you know, looking at. So Curt Schilling, absolutely Hall of Famer. Next up for me is Larry Walker, and everybody always, the first thing they say with Larry Walker or Todd Helton or whoever is, well, they played in Coors Field. Well, that's not Larry Walker's fault. You know, he played in the stadium where his team played. What's he supposed to do? Say, look, guys, I can't play here because it'll skew my numbers. Well, so what? Larry Walker still had an amazing career and actually hit really, really good on the road. If you go look at his splits, you know, he wasn't just a Coors Field guy who only did well at Coors Field. He did well all the time. So to me, Larry Walker is absolutely deserving to be in the Hall of Fame. Here's my next controversial one, and it's Manny Ramirez. Actually guilty of PED use several times, suspended for it, and yet still should be in the Hall of Fame. Because just because he got caught doesn't mean that he wasn't the only guy using, and so maybe he was the dumbest one because he got caught. But Manny Ramirez, amazing numbers when you look at him, and totally deserves to be in the Hall of Fame based on, you know, regular season, postseason, his entire career. If you look at it, absolutely Hall of Famer. The next guy is who I consider to be one of the greatest second basemen of all time in terms of offensively, certainly behind Joe Morgan and Rogers Hornsby and some guys like that. But Jeff Kent is way up there in terms of, he won an MVP award on a team with Barry Bonds on it, if I remember right. So Jeff Kent has probably the ugliest signature ever in Major League Baseball. That does not look like Jeff Kent at all, but it's a Gem Mint 10 Jeff Kent autograph for as bad as it looks. But Jeff Kent, just a great Hall of Fame, in my opinion, Hall of Famer, second baseman career. Needs to get some support, though, to get in. But he gets my vote, for sure. Got 3 more to go. That's 7. Here's number 8. This is Billy Wagner. And so many people in Ray from Phillies contest where they talked about the greatest all-time team picked Billy Wagner as the greatest left-handed reliever of all time. I think that means you need to be in the Hall of Fame. And, you know, amazing number of saves, threw just tremendous, he just threw seeds So fast, over 100 miles an hour, just amazing career. There's a Mint 9 autograph of him. Absolutely Hall of Famer. But not as good as this guy. Now I got 2 first-year ballot guys. The first one is an absolute no-brainer. Mariano Rivera. What else do you need to say? Classy, amazing career, and a really, really cool-looking autograph, too. Hall of Famer, absolutely. And then I think Halladay should get in. Not because he passed away. I think Halladay would have been a Hall of Famer anyway. He would have gotten my vote either way, because, again, I remember watching him and thinking, man, this guy's really, really good. And he played on some really bad teams with the Blue Jays early in his career, and then moved over to the Phillies and had some amazing postseason success and just a great career. Hasn't signed a whole lot of stuff, so his autograph is a little more rare than any of the other guys. But to me, passing away or not, would have gotten my vote. I don't think he'll get in this year. I think it'll take him a couple of years, but he will definitely get in the Hall of Fame at some point, and he's on my ballot for 2019. So there you go. Blue ink, there's my ballot for 2019. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. And there's, I guess, all of my responses for Blue ink, for Hidden Gem, and for Collecting America's Pastime. So thanks, guys, for watching. Hope everybody has a good night, and happy Halloween. Keep collecting.